Happy Sunday! I am the supplier, and this is my Sunday book stack for the week of July 28th, 2013. Today's shirt's not a nerd shirt so much as it is a shirt that I really like. And if you can see that, one of the clubs at my school, the wrestling club, makes shirts every year. And their shirts are always so incredibly involved. So I always buy one because they're cool, and the guy who runs the wrestling club is a really nice guy. He's one of our gym teachers. So that is my shirt for today. We're gonna do two things today. I think I don't really have that much of a book stack, primarily because I didn't read as much as I thought I was going to when I was in Vegas. So I'm gonna read the things that I said I was gonna read during the Booktube-a-thon that I didn't read. I actually ended up reading things during the Booktube-a-thon that I hadn't planned on reading, like A Study in Scarlet, which is the first Sherlock Holmes book. Which interestingly, I read it because I like the show Sherlock and I was curious. And I like how they updated it, how they modernized A Study in Scarlet to be a Study in Pink. Fantastic. And it wasn't as boring as the first time I tried to read Sherlock Holmes, so yay for that too. I also read... what else did I read? I read a Sarah Dessen. What was it? Oh, What Happened to Goodbye. That was also very good, and I talked about in my In the Spotlight video. So what I'm going to do this week is I am going to finish The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I will finish The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy this week. Okay, so I'm going to do the literary identification tags. I was tagged by Alan, like, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I hadn't gotten to it yet. And because I'm posting other things on different days, I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to put the tag. So since I'm just planning on reading Hitchhiker's Guide this week, I thought, oh, it's a good thing to put in a Sunday video. We'll do it now. So, allons-y. The first question is, what fictional character are you most like? And I'm gonna have to go with Aristotle from Aristotle and Dante, Discovering the Secrets of the Universe. And if you read that, then yeah, that's me. If you haven't, you need to. Not because I am very much like Aristotle, but because it is a fantastic, fantastic book. And I'm just gonna keep talking about it until everybody reads it. The second question is, what character would you most like to play in a book-to-movie adaptation? And I'm going to go with Jay from I Am Jay for reasons. I never understand that answer. I see people say that on the internet all the time. I honestly don't know what character I physically resemble. If you've got any thoughts on that, leave them in the comments, because I stood and I looked at my shelves for about 10 minutes to see if anything would, like, spark, and I got nothing. So, moving on to question number 4. Question number 4 is about a quote that hits home or describes something in your life really well, and I'm gonna go with a couple of quotes from Perks from Being a Wallflower. First, we accept the love we think we deserve, and I have to remember that sometimes, particularly when I'm pissy. The other one is, I swear in this moment we were infinite. And that's how I feel when I go to places like City of Rocks, or I saw pictures of Carlsbad Caverns this morning, so I imagine that's how I'll feel when I go to Carlsbad Caverns. It's also how I feel when I finish a song, which is funny because Charlie also says something in Perks about how a book had become his favorite book, and he says then that whatever book he's just finished seems to become his favorite book, and I have it written on one of my bookshelves over here. And I'm 2 lines away from being finished with my next song, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be my favorite song. And I've really said that after I finished each song that I have written. So, how about I just say Perks of Being a Wallflower for the answer to question number 4. And then question 5 is, what character do you have most sympathy for? And I'm gonna go with Ben Wolfe from Deadline by Chris Crutcher. That's one of those books where you've got the setup at the beginning and you know what's going to happen at the end, and you're like, no, that can't happen, that can't happen, that can't happen. You really are pulling for the characters. That just sucks. And if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, Read Chris Crutcher, because Chris Crutcher is awesome. As I understand it, this tag was started by the Booktuber, and I will leave links to the Booktuber's video and to Alan's video, because she tagged me, in the description box below the video. I'll also put in the description box a link to my music, my music page on my website, in case you were curious. The newest song that I wrote is called All the World's a Stage, and it was inspired by a character from Just One Day, also Aristotle and Dante, because this is like permeating my life right now. Oceans at the End of the Lane, and The Ocean at the End of the Lane, and Liar and Spy. I took all of those and put them all together into one song, and right now it is my favorite. As soon as I finish those 2 lines in my newest song, which is called Personal Ad, I will probably think it is my favorite. That's it for me today. Thoughts on my struggle to finish Hitchhiker's Guide, or if you want to share with me what you were reading, or any other kind of thoughts, put them in the comments down below, and I will see you there soon. Until then, I am the Supplier, wishing you happy reading. Don't forget to be awesome.